Hello and welcome to the Success by Design Weekly Masterclass 2020, Episode 8. I am so excited to be with you. And as you join this masterclass, it would be awesome if you could let me know in the comments, first of all, that you can hear me, and second of all, where you are joining me for this masterclass, where you are joining me from around the world, because I really would love to know who is on these masterclasses and where you're based, and say hello. And let's make this 2020 first masterclass of the year an interactive and exciting experience. Now, before we get started, let me just check and see if I can see how it's going, and if you're hearing me, that would be super awesome, and then we can continue with today's training. Can you believe it's 2020? It's actually quite scary how quickly time goes. But that's why today's masterclass is going to be so helpful for you. Because today we are talking about 5 things that you need to not be doing if you want to achieve your resolutions this year. That's 5 things not to do to achieve your 2020 resolutions. And as we go through this training, it will be so cool to hear from you what your resolutions are for 2020. If you've made resolutions, and if you haven't made resolutions, what were your reasons for not making resolutions as well? Because I would be super interested to hear this. And also, as this training goes on, I will share with you what my resolutions are for 2020. But before we get started, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Abigail Barnes, and I am your host for today's episode. I am the founder of Success by Design Training. We work with 2 types of clients. We work with ambitious professionals, and we work with visionary organizations. And both of these clients, our ideal clients, are on a mission to improve their productivity, but doing so by creating work-life balance, maximizing their time in a holistic approach to productivity. And we are so excited to be meeting some of you this year at events that I am booked to speak at. So I can't wait to see you, to share our training and the 888 formula, and how we are helping our clients to create this work-life balance and to get more productive, but to really enjoy their life while they're doing it. Because 2020 not only is a new year, but it's also a new decade, and it is a new chance and a new opportunity to reset the clock, if you like, to draw a line in the sand of everything that has gone before, and to learn and to implement what you know in a new way, at a new level, to take your life and your business and your career to the next level. So I am so excited to be able to share this training and many more trainings with you this year to help you to do this. So today, as I said, it's all about how you are going to achieve your resolutions, your New Year resolutions in 2020, whether you're calling them resolutions or they're just goals, or about now seems like a good time to try some new things. Let's not get too attached to why you're actually doing it and what the words are around it. If there are things that you want to change in your life, then what I am going to share with you over the next 15-20 minutes is going to ensure that you actually are going to be able to achieve these things this year. So the first thing you don't want to be doing if you want to achieve your resolutions this year, the first thing is not to have too many resolutions. So number 1, don't have too many resolutions. And the main reason for this is because too many resolutions will impact your ability to achieve them. It is a recipe for confusion, for overwhelm, for frustration, and for this major temptation to give into the distractions and the procrastination and just to give up on the resolutions altogether. The human brain is so simple. It is designed to want to achieve, but it is designed to desire simplicity. So if you start off out of the gate with too many resolutions, you are already making life way too complicated for you and increasing the likelihood that you are just not going to want to continue with these resolutions. So that is number one. Don't have too many resolutions. And if you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 resolutions, cut them down to 3. The 3 most important things that matter to you, and this will increase your likelihood of actually achieving them. When we did our 2020 planning training, we were talking all about 3 major resolutions that you wanted to achieve, and resolutions under the 3 areas of our 888 formula. So resolutions for your sleep, for your rest, how to improve your sleep, to get more, to become more alert. What can you do? Resolutions for your life, so hobbies and interests, and then resolutions for your career or your business. What is it that you want to do that would make you feel like 2020 is your year? You have achieved what it is that you want to do. So number 1, not too many resolutions. Number 2 is having a plan for how you want to achieve them, because a resolution without a plan is just a dream. Results, changes in our life come from the actions that we take, not the conversations, not the thoughts, not that I want to, and wouldn't it be nice if I did. The actions that we take get the results. So it is, say if one of your resolutions is to get fitter, what is your plan to exercise? Will you join a gym? When will you join the gym? What gym will you join? Do you need to join a gym? Do you have gym kit? When will you buy the gym kit? What kind of gym kit will you get? What specifically will you do when you're at the gym? Do you need to get a personal trainer? Do you need to invest in exercise program? Do you need to speak to people about your diet, because you understand the impact of diet and how 80 to 90% of the way you look is down to what you eat? So are you going to take yourself to the gym and punish yourself with hour-long cardio workouts without even that necessity to do it, because you could change what you're eating and then work less and do HIIT type exercise? By the way, I'm not a personal trainer, so this is just my own experience. But when I realized that it didn't actually have to be that complicated, everything changed. But that came from having a plan, that came from having conversations, and that came from investing in a personal trainer and understanding what I didn't actually already know, because I am not a subject matter expert at exercise and how to exercise my body to its optimum. I have a plan now as a result of working with an expert, but in order to achieve that, I had to invest, and I had to invest the time, I had to invest the money in order to get the results that I've got, and then in order to keep and to continue getting and achieving the results. So having a plan is so important if you want to achieve these resolutions this year. And it doesn't have to be overly complex. When we were talking in the training, we were talking about breaking these 3 resolutions down into 8 steps. So each resolution having 8 steps. What 8 things or less did you need to do in order to be able to achieve this resolution? Because when you break something big down into steps, it makes it more achievable, and it makes it way more likely that you will actually make it a reality in your life. So the third thing, if you are not doing this, then the likelihood of you achieving your resolutions is severely impacted. You have to have a clear reason why or a future vision of what your life will look like as a result of making these changes to do these resolutions, whatever that may be. Otherwise, if you are not crystal clear about why you want to do it, you are going to run out of motivation, because motivation only lasts a certain amount of time. And this is why classically New Year resolutions are broken by the third week of January, because in general, people are not clear about why they want to achieve it. And that why may be a holiday in the future if we're sticking with the health goal. It might be that you just want to feel better. It might be that you want to feel how you used to feel if being athletic was something that you did in the past. So having a clear reason and a clear vision, say your resolution is that you want to leave work on time and you want to get a better work-life balance. Why might that be a resolution for you? Well, you may be a new parent. You may be a parent that wants to spend more time with your children. It might be that your children are coming up to exam time and you want to be able to be there to help them to revise for their exams. It might be that you want to be there for a member of your family. It might be that you want to do, what is it called? Like professional development training. So when I was in my corporate career, I wanted to do a postgrad in marketing, because I actually have a degree in marketing, but I wanted to do a postgraduate qualification in marketing. So I used to go after work on a Monday night and do study class. So I needed to get out of the office by a certain time in order to be able to go to this training for 2 hours after work on a Monday. So what did I need to do in order to make that happen? So I had to have a plan, but I had a clear reason. I wanted that qualification, and it was a 2-year training. And so I knew that I was committing to that, because my outcome was that I wanted to have a postgraduate qualification in marketing, because I wanted to know more about marketing, because I am passionate and just love to understand marketing and that whole concept. So when you have a reason and a future vision, and whatever it might be, as I said, friends, family, hobbies, professional development, then it is going to help you and increase your likelihood of achieving the resolution that you set. The fourth thing to think about, if you don't have this, then they are saying, according to studies, that 65% of people are increasing their likelihood of achieving their resolutions by having an accountability buddy to keep them on track. So if you've got somebody who, it could be a friend, it could be a peer, it could be a colleague, somebody that you can keep accountable to, it is increasing your likelihood of achieving these resolutions and success by 65%. And this study that was done in 2017 by the American Society of Training and Development, they actually also found out that if people had an accountability deadline or appointment with somebody, it was increasing the success rate by 95%. So can you think of somebody that you can keep accountable to and set a deadline, make an appointment with them, maybe for the end of this month, to check in, to report to them how you are doing with your resolutions? And as studies show, this will increase your likelihood of success up to 95%. Now, I don't know about you, that's amazing. So that is something definitely to take a look at. And then the fifth reason why resolutions don't last, and is something to seriously think about, is don't have resolutions that you're not committed to achieving. So there is a difference between being interested or enthusiastic about something, or committed to actually want to achieve it. You will meet many interested, enthusiastic people. This is a common characteristic among people. But committed people, disciplined people, people who actually do what they say they're going to do, this is rare. And if you're not seriously committed to a resolution, just take it off of your list. Don't even worry about it. I mean, it is the 7th of January now. So if it is not something that you really, really feel strongly, and go back to number 3 of like your future vision, if you can't clearly see yourself in the future actually really doing X, Y, Z, then do yourself a favor and take it off your list. Because what starts to happen if you quit on yourself is that studies show that this means that you lose integrity with yourself, which can be more harming in the long run. So it is better just to be honest with yourself and say, you know what, I actually don't care about this enough. So I'm just going to take it off my list and stick to the 3 that I do really care about. Then this is called the compounding effect. What you actually achieve and what you actually do step by step by step will have a compounding result, so it will make you way, way, way more likely to achieve it over the long term. So what you do on a day-by-day basis to achieve your results versus doing it, not really doing it, not really being interested in doing it, etc., etc. And the main reason where people are just not committed to what it is that they want to do is less about not knowing what to do, and it's really more about just not being committed to this future vision. And you know, we've all been there. We've all got excited by other people's enthusiasm and made their resolutions our resolutions, and they're not necessarily something that on reflection we actually want to do. And there is nothing bad about reflecting. I mean, I had some resolutions that were on my list that I wanted to do, and now on reflection I'm less excited about doing those. So for me, my 3 resolutions are around relationships, around investing more time in friendships and in personal relationships. The second resolution for this year is around hobbies. I would like to spend more time investigating hobbies and activities and things that I can actually do, that I don't know, I've never done before. So it's going to be exciting to try new things. But once I've tried it, if I don't like it, very quickly to switch and not have to do it again. So the resolution is to try new things, not necessarily to stick to things that I don't like once I've tried them. And then my third resolution is to streamline my business so that I am creating a better work-life balance and am able to, hand on heart, say to my clients that that what we teach is exactly what I'm doing and how I'm living. And I would say I'm 80% of the way there, but 20% needs to be improved. And there's always, always room for improvement, which is exciting. So I hope that you have found these 5 tips of what not to do in order to achieve your resolutions helpful. And for those of you who are joining me at the end of this, let me run through them again. So number 1 is don't have too many resolutions. Number 2 is have a plan for how to achieve those resolutions. Number 3 is have a clear reason why or a future vision. Number 4 is have accountability to keep you on track. And number 5 is don't have resolutions that you are not committed to achieving. So it has been so awesome to spend some time with you in the start of this new year. I look forward to bringing guests and 8-minute activities to you in future weekly masterclasses. And if you've got any questions, drop me an email at hello@Success by Design Training. If you haven't been able to join this masterclass from the start, then you can always watch the replay. And if you would like to be a guest on the masterclass, also reach out to me. So I look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care and best of luck with your resolutions, and drop in the comments what your resolutions are. And if you're not doing resolutions for this year, why you're not doing resolutions, because I'm super interested to hear from you. But anyway, until next week, take care and